You're certainly familiar with the traditional Teams or Zoom enterprise setup for training, where we have a PowerPoint presentation shown large in the center of the screen and the video of the presenter displayed small on the top right. Well, that's definitely not the best setup for training, as the body language and presence of the facilitator is key to express and also transfer ideas. The presenter is actually the most essential component during a presentation or a meeting and should be given more weight. That's why we should place him or her inside the presentation. And on top of that, it's quite boring for the delegates to passively listen and watch in this configuration. Fortunately, we are not bound to this format. With MS Teams, we now have the possibility to switch the presenter configuration when sharing your screen or sharing a window. Let's have a look at that. We are now in a MS Teams meeting and I'm about to share my screen. As you can see, I can click on several presenter views. First, the content view, which is the classic view with shared media large and video not represented. Second is the standout configuration, where the presenter appears small on the bottom over the shared window. Third is the side-by-side configuration, and fourth is reporter mode. When you are in a presenter configuration, you have the possibility to change it by hovering on the top of the window. The different configuration types appear. Let's switch to the second configuration, in which the presenter is displayed small without background on the bottom of the shared media, which is kind of nice because you can point towards an item on your presentation. That doesn't sound like a revolution, but it's actually a real breakthrough, because the presenter can now intervene physically above the presentation, just like in an in-person event. Let's now select the third view, side by side. You see the shared media on the left and video on the right, which looks quite professional. And now, fourth configuration, in which the presenter is displayed large on the right. That's a bit too large for my taste, but it might also be nice, and in my case it's convenient to change periodically presenter views to bring some variation in my training setup. In MS Teams you have three main possibilities to share visual media. You can share your desktop, you can share a window, or you can share a PowerPoint presentation. There is other possibilities like using the whiteboard, which are also great, by the way. Presenter configurations work if you are sharing your desktop or if you are sharing a window. However, it's not possible to switch to such different configurations when sharing a PowerPoint file directly in MS Teams. There is two things to note now. Even though you can somehow interact with your content, for example, pointing at items with your finger like a weather presenter, you are not free to move about the space as you want in presenter configurations. Your video is limited to invisible rectangle boundaries. Second thing to note, when sharing a window or a PowerPoint, the pointer, pen and highlighters are available, and that's very convenient as you can use all these tools to write, draw or highlight things, which also bring some variation during your event. One of the keys to deliver successful virtual instructor-led training is the diversity in the content, in the activities proposed, but also in the delivery format. So don't hesitate switching presenter configurations, for example, after a break or after a discussion. This can help your delegates refocus during your session and increase the effectiveness of your training. If this video was valuable to you, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. This will help me reach a broader audience and achieve my mission of increasing the recognition of training as a key to improve performance. This sounds quite nice, so don't hesitate to subscribe and see you next time for more training tips.